Welcome, one and all, to another episode of Fluffenbusters. Watch a GW live stream and natter about it. I'm Mr. Gruff. No, I'm not Mr. Gruff. Yeah, to God, it's all
Yes.
yes. The meat hardware's failed as well now. Good God, no. I'm Mr. D. He's Mr. White.
Hello.
If you're listening to
Oh,
this, it is currently the 18th of July 2025, and if you weren't aware, the UK is currently melting.
yes.
Especially if you're a man in his 40s who's a tad astute.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well,
How
put it
you,
this
how
way,
you, how, how are you doing though? Go on. Just are you
oh,
surviving?
well, I'm surviving as little clothing as I can get away with, frankly, because it's not been fun. But other than the oppressive heat, I've not been too bad.
Oh,
Yourself?
good. Yeah. I just apart from we've had spoiler alert, people. We've had technical issues before this show that would honestly that are just comical at this point. But yeah, it's good. It's nice to be here. It's nice to uh, hopefully see a show that promises a lot, has a lot of different things for different people, including a couple of factions that people have been looking forward to for a long time.
That's the rumor, and amazingly, nothing has been spoilt yet. Which
Well,
we've been commenting on over the last few days in the Discord. That because normally by now there's been at least one potato cam reveal of something, or
yes.
someone has posted a video saying they've been told about this or whatever, but no, nothing for this. We, other than the video announcing the stream
Mm.
with the lads and their variety of haberdashery, they've been fairly stum. There's not even been a silhouetted set of images to work out what there is. So it's all very excite, frankly.
It's almost like somebody at GW realized that maybe the last week or so has not been the most successful in terms of social media, and they put a bit of a stop to it.
Yeah. Heresy 3.0. Now, I wasn't aware of some of this until I saw a few feeds pop up in my socials. Apparently, amongst some of the more, how shall we say, committed members of the heresy community, 3.0 has not gone down very well, despite the fact it's not actually out yet.
Yes,
Mainly due
they've had
to
a few
reveals,
issues.
mainly because of the indexes that have been released or that have been released with the launch and have been reviewed by a lot of places, have pointed out stuff that's missing.
Mm.
And the thing is, GW were actually quite upfront when they announced this edition. They did send a run-up. There were units that had been retired.
Yep.
Some that were moving to what they were calling legendary status, but legendary for Heresy would still remain event legal for GW sanctioned events because they considered Heresy a much more narrative game, so it had space for those fluffier units to still exist. And funny old thing, this week GW released a bumper article showcasing everything that's going to be in these legacy documents. Launching on day one, bear in mind, so next weekend you'll have these docs available. And it's pretty much everything that people have been getting a bit up in arms about.
Yeah.
So
I think the problem is it's more the case of if I think Kirioth mentioned something about this as well, is that if you have issues like this where information is going out quickly, which maybe paints a bad picture of something,
yeah,
maybe it allows people to then gossip or speculate. You need to nip that in the bud straight away. It's all
oh,
good
absolutely,
having a pipeline of leaks, as GW does. You know, let's face it.
yeah,
3/4 of the leaks from GW are just like set up. We know that. That's fine.
yeah,
It gets engagement. But if you screw up, you need to address that quickly, because
oh yeah,
otherwise you then end up sort of giving an answer, but it's like, was it shutting the door after the horses are bolted? You know,
yeah,
that bad feeling is out there. There will be people who will still believe for the next probably just going forward that, oh yeah, Horus Heresy is bad because of that stuff that happened, and they won't know that stuff has been fixed because good news travels a little bit less far than bad news does, especially on the internet.
Yeah, and it's a shame because generally most of what I've seen about the new Heresy, people,
Looks good.
yeah, but hey ho, we shall see.
True. Now, just before the stream starts, I do want to make our audience at home aware. So we are looking a little bit different on our display today. I'm tweaking around with a few bits, so you might see us jog around a bit. Most importantly, because we don't have our cameras on, you won't see that both of us have adhered to the idea of celebrating hats. So D is currently wearing a very nice ascot number with about 2 bunches of flowers decorated over the top, and I'm wearing a kicked-in dustbin lid. So it's looking really good. We'll try and get some photos up by the end of the stream, but yeah, technical issues. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, isn't it? However, you'll be happy to know that Mr. Gruff seems to have found time to watch the stream himself and is getting all aflutter about it. So,
What?
oh,
Really?
he's at work this evening, and he was worried about not having time to watch the stream.
Ah, okay.
But he's managed to sort his stuff around, so he has this block free to watch.
Well,
So
that's good to know.
Oh, here we go.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, this is an interesting delay on the thing.
Now are you Twitching it or YouTubing it?
Well, I have it on the YouTube, but I might switch over to Twitch on the TV to see if that's any different.
I'll tell you what. I'll stick to the YouTube. The YouTube YouTube stream currently looks as though it's being broadcast on a 1980s TV. The line resolution is horrific. Maybe that's just something I've got set up, but I'm pretty sure it's them.
Yeah.
Bless them.
But it is nice that they are back and. No, I don't want to watch Limes. No.
By the way, have you noticed that the person in question corner seems to get rotated on a regular basis? Almost like Malcador. They get drained and turned to dust by the power of sitting in that chair. There's
That's
nothing
quite a
left of them
funny.
by the end of the stream.
I mean, it's not the worst idea that it's basically the golden throne.
They could wear some red shirts as well. Just really fit in with the theme.
Dig out some of the classic GW staff member red shirts.
Oh,
Really hammer home that idea. That'd be funny.
Right, now, whilst they do the normal faffing about where you're from, very quickly,
Yes.
what's the one faction that you're looking forward to the most? Or
Ooh,
that you would like, that you're hoping to see the most, should I say?
that's a tough one. I won't lie. I would love to see Russ get announced, but I suspect we're going to have a long wait for him.
Yep.
I'm expecting Chaos Dwarfs, some version for Chaos Dwarfs, because, well, they couldn't have been more obvious if they had tried, could they?
Chaos
With
Dwarf
the
and some sort of train-based chaos attacking thing.
Actually, because we should see some stuff for Votan this time.
Mm.
Because Votan and Dark Eldar, Drukhari, they're really the last two codexes to drop this edition.
True.
So we should see something for both of them at this point. With a bit of luck. One can but hope.
God, look at this. Look at this. You get two guys on the stream, power goes to the head, and next thing you know, they're showing off the rings. It's terrible, folks. Never work for GW. This is what happens to you.
I mean, I've tried to work for them so many times over the years. Once I got invited up for a management workshop.
Really?
To scout prospective managers. Paid for my transport, hotel, the whole shebang.
Would you do that? Would you consider it?
Uh, probably not now. 10 years ago, that'd have been right up my. I mean, it was 10 years ago when I did it, so I'd have been quite down for that.
Cool.
But
Oh,
oh, hello. Oh, well, I asked for Votan. We're getting it. Oh, these are excellent. A new special character, a couple of new solo characters, some new units. That's a tasty.
that is.
That's pretty much what people were asking for, really.
Yeah.
For the Votan, because the Votan range is a really nice one, but even with their kill team release, they're still a bit limited. This though, oh, that's nice. Ooh.
I mean, it's very quick. The thing about Votan as well is because. Oh. Right, interesting. By the way, we're probably a little bit out of sync, even on YouTube, which is so typical for the world. But I like the fact they've just said on my stream that obviously this is the biggest release since the original release of the line. And I was just thinking, when that original line came out, it was a bit vanilla. Like people even said at the time, it was like the basic. This is kind of roughly what it is, so to speak. And now they're getting to expand on it. They're getting a little bit more detailed, a little bit grungy or tech, or like different models are moving towards different, not
This feels.
extremes.
I mean,
But
this
things.
Arcanist they're showing off. It looks like they're bringing a little bit of what they've done with the squats in Necromunda, because the
Yeah.
Necromunda squats, they look great. I've been fighting real hard not to delve into them, but they brought a bit of that energy across to the Votan range. I mean, that dude's got some spectacular hair going on.
You realize, by the way, someone will paint him as Dr. Robotnik.
I would expect nothing less. In fact,
Good.
I'd not be surprised if that's why they did that head sculpt.
Yeah, they might
He
have.
even has the little bionic eyes to do as his glasses.
I love though. I think you mentioned, yeah. It's as you were saying that the way that they've used that they've sort of done it in other lines. They're adding a bit more detail, a bit more grunge. But I love as well the cover over those wires and cables.
That is actually quite a refreshing bit of tech.
And it shows as well that they're conscientious when it comes to cable management, which is going to please so many of their fans.
Then we've got the Memnir strategist, who's the Iron King character, who, well, he just looks adorable, doesn't he?
Oh, he's a games master.
Yeah.
He's absolutely. You have rolled a 1. This does not look good.
But it's a nice touch that they've made, because they've made a big thing in all the fluff of Votan that they don't consider the Iron Kin any different to other kin,
Yeah.
even though they're AI. So to have a character who's an Iron Kin character, that's very cool, and also could no doubt lead to some interesting interactions with the Imperium and members of the Mechanicus, shall we say?
Yeah, I think I mean one of the pieces of lore that really excites me, I think, about the Votan is just that there is this danger that if the for a start, if the Imperium realize that they are evolved from humankind, well, they'll just try and take over. But also, if they realize that AI is actually allowed, well, that's it. A lot of the stuff is off the table. So it's will we have lore of characters like this either interacting with humans or maybe just skirting around the edges, so to speak?
Yeah. Oh, and then we've got the Steeljacks, who, well, that's quite interesting because they do. I mean, they basically look like Primaris Space Marines. They're that's actually fun that they're more human proportioned as well in terms of their size.
Actually, I imagine at least a few people are already thinking, well, I can probably utilize like iron hands. I can take limbs off of these and maybe
Yeah,
swap them over. If they're that close to the size, I mean, obviously I don't know exactly what the size on the
I
tabletop
mean,
compared to a
I
Smith
imagine
ring
that
is.
head
But
socket should be an easy one to swap out
yeah.
for a standard helmet or head of some sort if you really wanted.
Also, as well, this takes these even closer to. Is it Universe Brawn or Studio Series Brawn?
Oh yeah,
There's one of the brawns that if you spin his head around, he's got this perfect silver globe on it, and it is
yeah.
shockingly close. It's ooh.
I think it's the Studio Series Brawn has that. Yeah,
But these are really nice,
they are.
really well
I
proportioned.
do love the aesthetic in overall of a Votan though. How they have this mixture of very hard sci-fi with that's not c- it's not as backwards as the Imperium is.
Mm.
Yep, it's they said the word is for more mortar. I'm glad
Oh,
that's back in.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing what they'll turn into weapons, or bases. And the Earthshakers are not exactly what you would think of as
Yeah,
a model, really, and yet it somehow works because of the characters around it.
absolutely. The thing is, I don't know if you remember, but I remember the original Mole Mortar model back in Rogue Trader days. And honestly, that's almost a one-to-one update of it.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Oh, look at that. Sorry, details like the little screen that they're looking at, and
yeah.
there are painters out there who are just like, oh no, I'm not doing that. Just give me a transfer, please.
See, that's kind of more action every time I see these color schemes they put on where they have just these really clean stripes, and I'm like, that looks great. I'm not touching that with a barge pole.
Yeah. By the way, is throughout all of this,
Hmm,
the text that they have on there.
yeah,
I know there's runic and it's the Votan zone, but it does kind of look like the word Tau.
it does, doesn't it?
Okay, I'm
But
glad
then
I'm not the only one.
I mean, they did introduce a bit in the Votan Codex that they're the ones who actually sold the Tau the specs to all their ion and plasma weaponry.
Oh,
So the
fantastic!
reason that the Tau have advances in that
Down to
area is
these
because
guys.
the Votan sold it to them. And in fact, they think of the Votan as their own auxiliaries for Demiurge,
Yeah,
which tracks.
they've done
Oh,
a really
interesting.
really nice effect. Sorry, quickly with the carrier
Hmm.
of just making it look as though it's genuinely floating. But I imagine people will be getting busy with magnets and trying to do that for real. But
Magnets. I
sorry,
imagine there's more than one folk going to be putting wheels on them as well.
yeah,
Not such thing for
you,
combat patrol because
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
beautiful.
weird because the Photons and the one they have at the moment gives
Yeah.
you a squad of berserks, a squad of the bikes, some kin, and the Carl special character kit.
Mm.
So I'm not sure that's an upgrade or a side grade. To be fair, this guy though looks fantastic. Once more tactical rock though, as the Votan can't seem to avoid it.
Hmm.
But bags of character though.
And the texture of the is it chitin on his back?
I mean, I always pronounce it chitin, but
Sorry,
chitin,
chitin,
chitin.
chitin.
I think chitin's actually how it's supposed to be pronounced. It's just me being.
Hey, no, no, no.
Weird.
I have a proud record of being wrong on these things. Or speaking bollocks. So,
Mm.
choose your pick.
But he does look fun though, just wearing the corpse of a Tyranid over his armor. That's very cool. But
And
that
yet,
gives that a vibe.
he still chooses to add a little sassy looking dragon head. Are we dragon head? Serpent?
Oh, from his
Dragon?
crest, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it
See,
does
I
look
do like that bit of flair to the Votan. Anyone above of sergeant rank has one of those crests, and it's just a fun little bit of flair. Gives them a
mm.
nice visual language.
I mean, the detail on these figures as well is
Yeah, I
beautiful.
mean,
We take it for granted, don't we? The modeling has just improved at GW
mm,
and got more and more detailed over the years. And so when they bring out something like this, if this race or this style or this a particular form of gaming or whatever construct is not to your taste, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's not my thing. I'm not really that interested. But even then, you have to admit the skill in terms of the sculpting, the modeling, the design, the
yeah,
printing, and yes, they've obviously got some guys here doing a stellar job painting these up, but they're just beautiful
oh,
stuff.
that codex cover. Yeah, I mean, and bear in mind, it's a plastic model as well.
Mm,
I mean, it's me and Gruff were talking about this during a week during one of our recordings for deeper dives, and it's easy to forget that GW crank out an astonishing amount of plastic every month.
mm,
And when you step back and look at it, they are kind of leading the way in terms of the overall quality
yeah,
and some of the just the waste that's been engineered to go together and cleanly as well. So often now you'll find that they try really hard to avoid having screw gates on obvious places or seam lines but aren't covered by another layer of plastic.
true. And
That's a
that
nice,
cover. Do you like the
yeah.
cover? Because I know the covers recently have taken a bit of stick for. Some
I
of them
do.
are more. Some of them are more stylized than others. Let's just
Mm.
say.
I mean, my biggest issue has been when they don't bother with a new cover and they've just used the previous editions, which they have done a couple of times so far
Yeah,
for 10th. But this one, I mean, it's new for one thing, and also it's Votan versus versus Nids, which
yeah,
is a, a
natural.
different. It, it feels right, but also it's
Mhm.
not something we've seen a lot of art for. So,
No. I'd actually, yeah, inside that, I'd like to see, a couple of big Tyranid bosses being swarmed,
yeah.
almost like ants around, tarantulas, like some of the bigger beasts being swarmed by Votan, who are just like taking them down piece by
Oh,
piece.
those Iron Kin are big boys, aren't they?
Ooh, they are quite
Yeah.
chunky.
Mm.
They're they're transporting those that AI with its delicate little sprouts at the top. Oh, yes, those Ironkin. Uh, they almost look like sort of bouncer bots, like
Mm.
outside a club.
I mean, I envision that kit being quite used by quite a lot of folks for non 40k systems, to
Oh
be
yeah,
honest. That's so. I don't want to say it's generic sci-fi, but it looks like it could become that quite easily
yeah.
with a little bit of work.
It's. I think it sort of fulfills. In, I know this is going to sound like bollocks, folks, but bear with me while I try and explain what I'm thinking. Is that there is a space, I think, for something a little bit more generic at the moment because the Tau started off as that and then have moved more towards their extreme. Um,
Hmm.
Whereas Votan, they are doing stuff more extreme here than I think in their first release, but they're also still doing some more generic stuff. So they're
Yeah.
covering a nice little healthy area of ground. And you realize, of course, that the next kind of stage to this is how the fans interpret all of these models and the fiction and everything else. I mean,
Oh,
we said the
absolutely.
other day is that they're only just about to have their first kind of representation in a game.
Yeah.
So, this
Mechanics
it's
too.
still early days for these guys.
Absolutely. I mean, they've only had a they've had a novel and a half technically, because they've had Gav Thorpe's book that came out this year, The High
Yeah.
Cal's Oath, and they had a supporting role in one of the in the Hand of Abaddon, I think, one of the Dawn of
Okay.
Fire books, and that was actually a really good use of them. To be fair, I quite liked that
Mm.
way of looking at them, that perspective on them. But they've not had as much as you'd think,
No,
given
considering
they've
considering how much they were sort of the fanfare around them when they first came out,
yeah. I
it was
mean,
it
it's
was almost like they'd it's almost like they had a big rollout planned, and then they suddenly realized, oh no, we need to jump in with other stuff. We'll just put these guys back a little bit until we're ready, and now
yeah.
they're ready.
It did feel that way. I mean, it's been what 4, 5 years now since
Really?
something like that. Yeah. Bear in mind, we're 2 years deep into. Well, we're into the third year of 10th at this point,
Okay.
and Votan were because World Eaters were at the tail end of ninth. Ooh, Andy's going to have fun with these.
Mm.
Oh, is that a plastic dual-use kit? I wonder, because that's actually if they're going back to the old world and doing plastic kits for armies that are already out, that already had quite extensive ranges. That's going to be very cool and very useful for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
And those do look real nice. And they look plastic. They don't look resin to me.
Yeah.
But they just nail the Tomb King vibe. And the only real issue with some of this Tomb King stuff and Bretonian stuff, in fairness, they've been putting out is that some of it looks too good next to the older stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's where the release pattern when it comes to certain lines really works against GW. You know, if you don't, for instance, if you don't update Grey Knights in a decade, and then you put out two special figures, well, they're going to look light years ahead of everything else.
Sadly, yeah. Grey Knights are in a bit of a weird spot, sadly.
Hopefully, that will get fixed on this stream, but you never know. By the way, if anyone out there wants to make a wise investment in terms of earning money, invest in the company that makes the gold paint for GW. I just get a feeling that it'll be in demand.
I mean, recipes for armor is just.
Yeah, this is really nice stuff, and it's especially with the Tomb Kings as well. I've always found that the skeletal based warriors, GW then put the effort into making whatever fabrics or clothing or accoutrements that are on the skeletons. It tries to give them as much life as possible. I know that sounds a bit ironic, but it's almost like,
Ooh.
you know, the figures are kind of thin and emaciated, but often they're covered with these scraps of their former lives, or in the case of the Tomb Kings, this really expensive, luxurious stuff.
Oh, there's interesting. They're shifting across to arcane journals telling a narrative. Well,
Ah,
in fairness, all of the arcane journals to date have had narrative material in
yeah.
because they have told a continuing story of this era of the old world. But to actually have journals that are specifically for particular campaigns, that's not a bad idea. And honestly, there's a lot of scope there because I mean, it means that when slash if they get around to doing the Dark Owls, they could do the war for Ulf One,
Hmm.
their invasion, and potentially we might see miniatures of the younger versions of Tyrion and Teclis and Alariel before their rise to prominence.
That'd be
Ooh,
nice.
oh, that's interesting. One focusing on the Grand Army of Cathay. Unexpected, but
But I'm glad they're doing it.
yeah. So, I mean, the cafe release has kind of gone down quite well with folks, I feel.
Yeah, I think especially the large, the the supersized sort of statue has. I'm not going to say iconic, but it is that figure for that line. You know, it is a bit of a breakout star.
Yeah, that
By
and
the
the
way,
war
for
balloons.
those who wonder why I'm skipping around some of my comments a little creatively, I've just worked out there is literally a 20-second delay between the YouTube that D is watching and my YouTube.
Oh no,
20 seconds.
it's even better because I'm actually watching on Twitch on my TV
Oh,
and Twitch on my computer. My computer is ahead of Twitch on my TV by the same delay, I think. Yeah, it's quite funny. Oh, but no, that's a fascinating set of
yeah.
announcements.
They're not going to grab the headlines because unfortunately 40K seems to steal all of them at the moment. Let's face it. But they will. I think they will be well welcomed by the fans, which is what GW needs. I mean, if this turns out to be a series of nice reveals, nothing barnstorming, but just nice and solid all the way through with not too much fluff, people will be happy. And so far,
Yeah,
they've kicked it off nice and strongly. Everyone seems pretty good. Eddie and
I mean,
Adam aren't having any issues. It's all good.
yeah, I mean, really, this is the sort of show that just gives us an idea of what's coming for the rest of this year.
Yeah.
Gets us through to Christmas time because that's when things start going bonkers again. And honestly, Old World showing off 2 new kits for Tomb Kings,
Mm.
2 new campaign books.
Yep.
I'm down with that because campaign books are a good way to give you to spread new material around. It's always been a tough one because it's a question: do you release an entirely new army book, invalidating what's already there, or do you do a campaign book instead that gives you more material and potentially has stuff for multiple factions in? Because I mean, I'd not be surprised if that Cetra book has some stuff with Bretonians showing up. I'd be
Yeah,
very
that's true.
surprised if that wasn't the case. Cafe, I'd say probably. It's an odd one to see so soon, but if they were kind of trying to space out the cafe release overall with some stuff that maybe hadn't been revealed yet, it's a way to do it. I understand why it would hack some folks off though, because they'd potentially rather have had everything in one hit. But
Mm.
ooh, Flash Eater Courts, that'll make
Mm.
Mr. Andy happy again. Or sad, because that's at least 2 books I think he might have to buy, given he collects Tomb Kings and Flesh Eater Courts.
He will be torn over this. I think if there's more figures that come with this, great. But yeah, I mean the artwork is nice. I think that's a positive.
Yeah, it's a very striking cover. But then Fleshy Courts, they've really dialed in on the vibe of them for last edition or so.
Mm.
And ooh, now there's a character that I could see getting a lot of use in a lot of games.
Ooh.
I might even have to grab one of them to go in my Cursed City collection.
That
Come up with a custom card for them.
Look at you, show off, dropping your curse city. Um, by the way, proof that you can get around Tactical Rock if you just think, you know, 3D, get it up. This is I really like the way he's perched on that. I just yeah, and there's so much movement to the bat, leaving his great.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the
sorry, isn't
little
it?
that one off to the side
Fa-
that's gnawing away on some gubbins.
So he's a falconer, but a falconer that deals in bats.
Well, I mean, he probably thinks of them as falcons because that's the whole
Mm,
thing with Flesh Courts.
a little bit.
They're delusional,
Mm.
completely delusional. So he probably thinks they are brave, noble falcons when in reality they're kind of gribbly.
Oh wow.
I have to say, I am liking this approach with spearheads at the moment where they're putting in one of the Warcry warbands. That's
Yeah.
great. It's a great way of making use of those miniatures. Because I know that they have. It's a shame though, because it does rather add credence to the idea that Warcry's being wound down, which I think is a bit of a shame, but not a surprise.
Mm. Actually, some of those models as well would have been quite interesting orc kit bashes. Some
Yeah.
of the bigger brutes, if you like. And I'm sure every different faction is probably going to take something from some of these models. So it's all good. Oh, I do like that Night Haunt cover.
Yes. So get the year of chaos. So it's been the year of the undead, really.
This is the year of Andy.
Yeah, he's gonna be
He's
gonna be simultaneously happy and sad.
Sorry about that. The stream decided to start giving me some audio. I don't know if that will leach into my recording or not. Who knows what happens today when it comes to technical stuff.
You can all tell us in the comments how this sounds. Please do,
I mean,
because
honestly,
we're curious.
half of my communication to Big D today has been via smoke signals. So, and
Yeah, I
carrier
mean,
pigeon.
oh,
He looks a little bit.
oh, I love the hand at the top.
Yeah.
That's holding the test tube. That's brilliant.
He is your substitute chemistry teacher class. Oh, that's beautiful.
That's
I
just so much.
really like that.
Oh man, that model's just got so much fun to it.
That wins. That wins.
Yeah,
You'd have to have something really good to beat that.
I mean, I think we've found the model that's going to be at most painting competitions for the next year at least once it drops.
Wow.
Because you can go to town on this boy.
You imagine as well doing the are we going to call that smoke? Or
acid
fumes? Acid
fumes.
gums. But the thing is, you imagine doing a neon version of that, and then the guys who do painting effects, they'll paint the glow of that up, sort of uplighting the character. I would like though somebody, if you can, chat. Maybe if you can swap all the things there for some sort of, I don't know, food items. Swap the head for a rat head.
Oh, I'm sure Gruff's going to have that idea batting around his brain space.
I'm just thinking it could be an alternate take on a certain Disney movie about a chef who also happens to be a rat. But yeah, look, Nighthaunt, Shacklehawk. I mean, wow, they really are going big for the undead.
Yeah, and again, some nice boxes. I mean, it helps that there's a lot of models in there because the undead are always a very cheap army.
Oh, this is where they show off about their hats, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, I'm just gonna put some crap about our hats on there. Oh.
Yeah, Gruff's gonna be exploding with excitement at this point. Oh, lordy.
The fact that they've even put cheesy graphics all over the screen. Well done, lads. You're at least leaning into it. I like the fact that they appear to have. They appear to be going for like the Siege engine sort of train inspired look, and if they've done it for one, they'll do it for others.
I'm just amazed that I kind of called the name for this set in our chat earlier in the week when I spitballed Howlsmith of Hashut. That's the name.
Well done. By the way, there will be a cosplayer going as that Minotaur engine within a year to a convention.
I mean, not being funny, Gruffle will probably be cosplaying as that Siege Smith in the next year.
It's true. I really
Man,
like
this
the
is a great
choice of
update.
the choice of the painting as well. Using the green for the flame. Is
Yeah.
it flame? Are we gonna say flame? Because I know there's lighting as well that's
It's
playing a
basically
part.
flame. It's just not using a traditional source, which is why it's green.
Nice.
But it's very, very. Man, this is such a good update to the Chaos Dwarves.
Look at Barry in the top right there. Barry, who's just pissed off with his day and doesn't want to be here.
Yeah. Well, it's his own fault for being a hobgob.
I got these two rocks in my hand, and I don't know which to drop, and I'm really confused. What do I do? And there's a stump in front of me, and I can't get past it.
Actually, is he carrying a shield on his back? No, I think he's actually carrying a gong. That's
I
the
think it
braces
is.
he's holding for his gong. Because then the
The worst
champion, I
thing is,
think, smacks it.
the worst thing is, you're never gonna know when the champion's walking up to you to smash it. So you're constantly being surprised. No wonder he's so pissed off.
Yeah.
Now, do you think people are going to be kit bashing this to make chaotic Votan?
I'd
Or
be
is
upset
it
if they weren't.
really? Because I'm thinking, although the hats, I mean, let's face it, the hat is pretty impressive. I think across the board, their hat game is superior, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge to kind of cross over some of this style with the Votan style, just because this is quite detailed.
I mean, it comes down to do you do an arm swap or head swap? It's all in how you approach it.
True.
I mean, I could see two ways. You either take the weapons and the heads from these and apply them to Votan bodies, or you do the reverse and apply Votan weapons and heads to these miniatures. So there's a couple of ways of doing it I can see. It kind of depends on how modular some of them are, but GW have been
True.
quite good with heads over the last years in making sure that the heads at least give you as many options as possible, even if the bodies are a bit more uniform in their posing options.
Look at their little tusks. It's like they're squat orcs almost.
Actually, more to the point, how quickly until we get to see folks basing these on square bases?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
to be honest, this is something that we need to have a separate talk about because I'm still struggling to get my head around this. Again, not knowing as much about this side of things as I should do, but this whole idea that there are two lines that are almost the same, but one has round bases, one has square, and it's like, come on, surely you can use both sets of models for both things. Free the games, guys. Free the games.
I mean, it's a funny thing because for the longest, you've always been able to use Goblin Fanatics on round bases.
Yep.
In Fantasy Battle, but they were always this weird outlier, and it doesn't really apply to anyone else because Fantasy Battle relies so much on facings, which don't really matter in AOS.
True.
Which is kind of what, and AOS needed to become a reality because honestly, fantasy, although it's old world's proven to be a bit of a hit and people have flocked to it, Fantasy Battle back in the day though, it was not in a good place.
Yeah, true.
And a lot of that was down to the rank and file nature of it.
By the way, sorry, got to interrupt here. Every single name they're bringing out here is the name of a band. I've gone to go and see Dominator Engine with Immolation Cannons as support.
Was the backup band War Despot?
It was. And apologies to our listeners who have just gone
Sorry.
there. Honestly, considering the quality of my ramblings, you're not missing out. These are beautiful. These are really, really nice.
I think
I
these are
love
well
as
worth
well
the
that they
wait.
have a great dwarfen glyph, stroke symbol, stroke shield in its crotch. It's just,
Yeah,
but it's
it's the
just
fact
really nicely done.
they've got a Minotaur dreadnought that's powered by God knows what. That's great. That's going to be in so many Chaos armies within
Oh yeah,
hours of its release.
oh yeah. That again, that's a perfect 40k beast. That's a natural fit. However, the Tormentor Bombard, there are going to be people that have waited so long for this.
Mm.
It does look nice. It needs more carriages. I'm just saying it now. It's only a matter of time, I know. And at the
You
moment,
want the full hell train.
yes, like the only thing I find a little bit odd is that the way the cannon is. I suppose you could flip the cannon the other way so it fires behind itself, so to speak. But it's just angle wise,
Yeah.
it'd be nice if the thing fired a little bit more forward. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. No, forget that. Let's just go with the Death Streaker. Death Streaker, winners of Radio 1's Rock Metal Band Competition, 1999. Honestly, I bet you look up Death Streaker. I bet there's a band. In fact, I'm going to do that now. Sorry, folks. I'm breaking the illusion here.
The thing is, now I'm really kind of tempted to try and wondering, would it be possible to do this army but have them all looking like big glam metal rockers?
I'll do it. They
And
could all look like
I
this.
mean, given the full performances, so guitars, someone on convert the axe of the leader into a big old microphone, so he's doing the full Gene Simmons.
That'd be brilliant. Oh, we do have a Death Strike, by the way. So there we go. It's close enough.
Oh, oh lordy, 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 lordy. They're spoiling us. They really
They
are.
really are, yeah. There we go. There's the team up you never thought you'd needed. 40k versus Ferrero Rocher. You could even have the gold foil, like doubling for the flames. It'd be brilliant. Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, I mean, oh,
Percent. The thing is as well, they've done the same. I think they've taken a really good attitude here, which is that yes, the characters are dwarfs or squats, depending on which realm
mm,
you're in. But it doesn't mean that they can't have lots of still quite tall characters. And
yeah.
if anything, they've invested a lot in characters that beef up the scale, so you don't have a lot of small figures. You actually have just a healthier range as anything else. And I have to
What I've been,
admit, go on.
I was gonna say, what I'm really struck by is that so far everything we've seen for the House of the Shirt is effectively just an update of the original Chaos Dwarf range.
Yeah.
Because the Chaos Dwarves had a really solid range back in the day. It wasn't massive, but when they launched as a complete faction, effectively, they only had like I think 2 models released
Hmm.
after the initial 3-month launch window, and they were both in the White Dwarf Presents anyway. But everything else, the cannon, the rocket launcher, the warriors, the bull centaurs, the Minotaur Death Machine, that's new, but I'll take it. But they've updated the idea of the I've forgotten the name of what they rode, the wing thingies, but everything has just been a great update so far.
I think let's face it, they need to do this anyway. They need to update their
Oh yeah.
lines. So maybe doing it first with these folks, and I mean because obviously it's a win-win because the Chaos Dwarves have been out of it for so long.
Oh yeah.
But after this, I think people will turn around and go, look, just update the other lines, okay? We'll be happy with an update, and then maybe add in the odd extra figure or two. But if you do a good a job on them as you've done on this, everyone's going to be happy.
Yeah. I mean, I had to say, if you're a Fire Slayers collector, you're
Mm.
probably looking at this fuming because they've got more units just in this reveal video than your entire army's had for 4 editions of the game so far.
God, yeah, that's terrible.
Oh,
Hey,
the
at least the
blunderbusses.
blunderbusters are
Oh,
there.
I hated those back in the day. They were evil.
Well, now you get to hate them all over again. And guess
Well,
what? You'll probably buy them and still hate them.
more than likely, because these look fantastic. There's such
It's,
possibilities here. I mean, so
it's so
so
much
so
stuff.
yeah. I mean, seriously, you've got 2 types of line infantry, effectively, that are both multi-part kits or multi-use kits.
Mm,
You've got a multi-purpose artillery piece. The bull centaurs are multi-build.
yep.
There's, I mean, so far we're into what, double-digit kits,
Yeah.
and almost every one of them is a dual build in some way.
This is really solid. I know there are people out there because their faction hasn't been covered, and there's a lot. Let's face it, because of the amount of stuff, there's
Yeah.
probably going to be a lot of stuff not covered here. But this is hefty. Now you mentioned actually, D, that
Mm,
this is almost like this is the indication of the rest of the year. And
yeah.
that's maybe why we're seeing so much stuff. It's like it's not like they're getting this out the way, but they're going, look, this is all the stuff that's going to be released. And we will have shows for extra bits and bobs down the line. But
Yeah.
this is
I mean, there
hefty.
should be. I'm trying to think. Gen Con, I think, still to come this year. There's normally a, sh- a show of some sort there.
Yeah.
And Black Library normally has a show between now and Christmas. So there will be more stuff revealed, but this has given us an idea of what to expect for the next 6 months to
Mm.
come. And honestly, so far I'm pretty happy with this. You had two. The Votan have gotten the big expansion that everyone expected them to be getting.
Yeah. I'd say arguably a little bit more than we
Yeah,
expected, but
yeah.
yeah.
Uh, the Housemist of Hashut is just a stonkingly complete faction release.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, I don't think there's anything really extra that people are going to want from this. This seems pretty complete for what you want from a Chaos Dwarf range. And the stuff for the old world, I think, because it's not. People have been concerned about old world because of where we are
Mm.
in terms of now we've had all the factions that were initially promised. We've had Cafe. We know Kislev is probably going to be the next big release for the game. But they've announced those 2 arcane journals that are campaign books.
Yeah.
That gives us some bridging material, and there's a good chance. I doubt they'll be the only arcane journals of their type to see release.
Oh, there's going to be
So,
more. Yeah.
so
So
they've given us some nice material to
can we
work
just
with.
give it a quick shout out? The paint job on the smoke or energy
It's so
on
good.
that guy. It was really, really nice.
Yeah, there's some really nice source lighting going on as
And
well.
then here's my representation in the line. I am the Ashen Elder. Hey, I'm Mr. White. I mean, it's basically my
Yeah,
name,
yeah.
just the dwarf version of it. I look about as pissed off as I do before I've had coffee.
I tell you what, I actually wasn't expecting this character purely because you can never know sometimes when they're going to pull something a bit different out to slot into the range.
Yep.
And this is one that kind of makes sense. It's effectively an evil version of a dwarven runesmith, in essence. So, but I dig that. That's another model that's just oozing character.
Yeah, I do admit though the slightly bent pole mace is not the best. That's the one thing that's slightly rankle, unless it's meant to be. I made the mistake, unfortunately, of just looking at the comments on Twitch, and
It
people are
might
like,
be intentional,
it could be,
but
yeah.
we do know that GW make
Oh,
use of 3D prints for a lot of this sort of miniature for the one just to get them painted up
God.
in time for previews.
If you want to
Oh,
give your loved one a special Christmas gift, and if you have £2,500, Urgtar, the first demon smith for men. Actually, no, because let's face it, like all GW stuff as well. Every denomination will be painting this, crafting this, and basing this with probably every different form of character, be it mortal, unmortal, or anything, plopped into that driving seat to take control of it. Because I reckon this will turn up in 40k as demons.
oh God, yeah. I'd be disappointed if not. You know, and
And
of course
yes,
it's a dual build, so
somebody as well could just paint this, take the horns off, and just paint it as a Frisian, just a regular cow,
yeah.
and just have flying attack cow, which I think would be quite impressive. Maybe even put like some like get some anchor butter, cut out some little symbols from there, stick it on the side. I think it'd be fine.
Is this an odd interpretation of the other laughing god as the laughing cow?
That would be so good, so good. The actually the possibilities for painting that with a stone effect. Just looking at that armor along the sides. I mean, I hope they bring the figure out, but it's beautiful. These are wow. These are
Yeah,
the thing
yeah,
is the this is where I'm amazed because the quality of the paintwork when you've got not potato camera, but let's face it, it's not they've not lit those things for particularly well to be shown off on a camera,
yeah.
and yet they still look beautiful. Are they going to
It's
get progressively bigger?
oh
Go
lordy,
on.
yes they are. Yep, he's a big lad. God, he's on a. They've put him on for bigger cavalry base as well, which yeah, that checks out.
I have to admit, I did think that that machine was bigger. That's testament to the painting and lighting when they show off the
Mm,
models.
yeah,
But yeah, they are all
it,
chunky boys as well. This is, I tell you what, 2025 year of chunk.
absolutely.
Oh, here we go, the
This
money
is
shots. Just get the rest of the models out of the way. Just kick them out of the way. This is what we want to see. Oh, look at them.
I do love how they've just turned artillery into mini dioramas now. I mean,
Oh,
most folks
can
who had artillery were doing that anyway, but now it just makes so much more fun that it's all
can
under kit.
can we have one of those taken off by a kit basher and put onto some sort of hot rod? And just have it as an orc vehicle. Just stick that at the front. That'd be
Actually,
brilliant.
that is like get two of those to and just make a wider chariot for an orc. Oh crumbs, that is a behemoth, isn't it?
Actually, that really reminds me of the bull in Birmingham. If anyone has been to the bull ring or the centre of town, you'll know what I'm talking about. God, it does. So if you go into New Street, the thing is, there's a building there called the Bull Ring. Outside there is a brass ball, which is a little bit iconic. It's a massive thing. It's beautiful. But inside as well, from a recent display or whatever, they've got this 40-foot high mechanical bull, which is just sat there, and it's beautiful. But there is a lot from that I kind of take into this and vice versa. It's beautiful though.
It
But
really is.
don't take him. Oh, Ooh, what do you think of the artwork here? This looks like a bit of a
On Underworlds, they're spoiling us.
good grave.
Oh, oh, that's interesting. Normally, this would be a game in its own right, but they're actually classing it as an expansion to Underworlds.
Yeah, there's a strong rivalry
That's
in the Underworld
interesting.
between the Hellsmiths, who are all about, like, as we say, trampling nature underfoot, and the
I
Self-Made
just love that. I just love the little battles going on in chat.
Yeah.
Just a bit people. Oh, it's dead. Give up. Oh no, this shows it's going forward. Oh,
I like that they've gone back, because one thing with the Sylvaneth I was disappointed by,
yeah.
because we had the one Underworld's warband like 3 or 4 years ago, and then they removed the Wood Elf element entirely
Mm.
from the faction. But that left us with this gap, because the Sylvaneth is a fun idea, the idea of an elven race that's much more. It feels. I mean, it's taking some ideas that normally you'd associate with more chaotic factions, because centaurs in most Warhammer factions have been a chaotic idea, whereas these making elf centaurs, that's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
And to see them going a bit fuller with that idea, I'd kind of like to see them. I'm hoping that means we might get to see Sylvaneth get something like that as a proper unit down the line.
You never know. I mean,
Mm.
if this does well, I think. I mean, it depends how much they space these out, but this is going to be an expensive year for a lot of people.
Yep.
I'm looking at you, Big D, by the way, because you obviously you'll buy everything. You'll say you won't, and then you just will.
Well, I'll try not to.
Sorry, I'm not. I'm not putting you on the spot.
I'm weak. I can't help it. I have poor impulse control.
You are known as a loyal 40k fan. Sorry, GW fan. It's okay. Don't worry. You're among friends here.
I mean, I buy other ranges, he says, surrounded by a distressing amount of GW branded plastic.
Yes. There will be entire piles of shame just consisting of this year. Not for you. I'm just talking for some people out there, because
I'm glad you clarified
people are
that.
going to. Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't really deny the prospect, but
Oh wow. That's nice. Bringing disparate underworlds together.
See, the one people are still waiting for, though, they haven't released Sons of Valmorn from like 2 editions of Underworlds ago now on their own. Oh, now they are. Huzzah! Thank
There you go.
crumbs for that.
I think that Gits and Goliaths might as well be called Gruff Gits and Goliaths. The Adam Nicole targeted set.
I mean, in fairness, that's actually a really fun set of models.
Oh, it is, absolutely.
Those Wolf Riders were a bit of a blast from the past, a nice update of a classic concept. So, I do like that Underworlds continues to persist. It's not my cup of tea. I know it's not a cup of tea for a lot of folks in the fluff, but the models we get for each warband are always genuinely exciting to see.
They sort of rushed through those boxes a bit quick, though, didn't they? Considering how much is there. I mean, they didn't even give an extra moment to the Crab, who obviously was one of the iconic releases of his time.
Yeah, I mean, probably because they are just re-releases of previous re-release stuff. But I'm glad to see them, because I mean, for one thing, they are quite competitively priced for 4 warbands from the previous releases, anyway.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to see them available. I mean, like I say, I have at least one of those undead warbands already. The Exiled Dead, the one with the zombies, which bizarrely is led by a vampiric scientist.
No, always good.
But I'd happily grab that set, including them, just so I could get like the Sons of Valmorn and the others. Because, like I say, I'm always trying to find stuff to fit into Curse City.
Yeah.
And what I seem to have suddenly, on reflection, is a growing undead army, which I've somehow managed to fall into.
You've hung around with Andy too much. It happens.
Yeah, there is that. It's interesting, but God, we're an hour in already.
Yep.
What else were there supposed to be in this review?
I don't know. This is it. I think because in their defense, they have released, especially with those boxes, they've covered so much that they could be done now. And although it's a bit light on the 40k side of things for other factions, it's still. Oh well, here we go.
We've got
He
Heresy,
says.
Kill Team, and Legions Imperialis. Oh, here we go.
There are a multitude of great releases coming if you play Legions Imperialis. It's all tanks.
Now, if you can just link those together, you can make yourself a nice decorative chain of tanks. Give the person in your life the ultimate gift. I think they are lovely.
At this rate, though, it's only a matter of time before they've done all the Imperial, Mechanicus, Traitor forces they can do in plastic.
Yeah.
They're going to have to start doing Xenos, which means we'll have to have this as a proper epic game system.
Do you think that's coming?
Well, the thing is, it originally epic when it was Titan Legions. That was Imperial versus Chaos, purely due to constraints of the time. But eventually, they did have to expand it out to become the epic Space Marine system that a lot of us have fond memories of. And you can't imagine that it's not in the back of their mind that a lot of folks don't want to buy tiny Space Marines or Guard or Mechanicus. They'd like to have Gargants and Boys and Wraith Lords. They're never going to do the Tyranid Dominatrix again. I'm terribly sorry, folks. The internet is a thing nowadays, so that search will no longer fly.
True.
Oh, the Mastodon. That's such a silly tank. I love it. It's basically a rumbling bunker because it has doors in the back. So in theory, it breaches a wall with that massive melter array. The front ramp goes down, and then the back doors can open up, so more troops can just pile through the interior into the breach.
Nice.
It's wonderfully silly.
Very, very nice coffee table book. I mean, I know it's not that, but it's just the cover. It's one of those things that makes it look.
They don't
maybe
skimp
more
on the art design, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all of their rulebooks nowadays. You could. One of the arguments for GW losing rules entirely from their rulebooks, going completely digital, is the fact that the books have enough material in already. You could actually sell most of them without the rules in.
Yeah, art books. I mean, lore. People are still desperately clamoring for really nice lore books that present lore in a way that's not in a novel, that is just something you can pick up and read about a battle in a single page, but it's something as well that's this hefty, weighty tome and has that feel to it. But yeah. I mean, it's one of the areas I think GW hasn't never quite got right. I think they keep fiddling around with it, but still.
They don't want to go full digital yet. Ooh, Mark II assault. Yes, please.
We did, yeah.
That's not bad.
So this is the new
It's not.
Mark II assault marines. Mark II is kind of one of the more
And
brutal
plastic
looking
chain
of
axes,
the
which
various
is
different
I've
specs
been
we've got on the
wanting
marks, and these guys have ramped that up even
for
further.
years because
Got,
I
some
really want to
options
outfit
in
some of
a
my
variety
space
of
orders with chain
weapon
axes
options,
in 40k.
the coolest
Mm.
of them is the chain axe.
But equally,
Can up
if
to
you're a
2 of them
Carcharodon
in
player, this
Mark
will
II
make you very happy
chainsword.
because
Comes
Oh,
chain
yeah.
normally with
axes.
your assault
Yay!
marines.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? These, I don't know, these
They're
they're at that level where they could pretty much be not any faction, but they can be adapted to any faction quite
Oh
easily.
yeah.
And
I mean,
even if it's like like Ultramarines, this could be like the extreme end of your Ultramarines, or it could be
Mm.
quite a tame version of Chaos.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the joys of the Heresy range is that they are giving you basic Space Marines. You can go from there however you like.
Mm.
And that can be just based off your paint job, or you can go wild with the gubbins and do something quite flash. I mean, I took a squad of the Mark VI Assault Marines they did a couple year or two ago. I've done them up as Assault Marines for my 40k Blood Angels
Oh, nice.
because I've been building a Blood Angel force on the side that is all firstborn in the wake of the Siege of Baal.
Mm.
So part of that is using the Heresy plastic special character for Blood Angels, who's got all the bionic limbs.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Yeah.
idea that he's one of the few surviving captains of the Blood Angels who doesn't want to become a Primaris and is just recruiting all the firstborn survivors.
I love it.
Yeah. Ooh, Saturnine Command Squad. That's tasty. Overblown, but very tasty. See, this actually does track with a theory I've seen some people have that you could use Saturnine Terminators as proxies for Centurions in 40k.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am quite liking those Thousand Suns style.
The candy red is. I've seen some different approaches to 1,000 Suns in Heresy, but whenever I see someone doing a candy red paint scheme for them, it's like, all right, have a like. You've earned it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Saturnine Centurion. And the I do like the faceplate. You see, the funky thing is this candy red as well. It's a heroic color. It is
Yeah.
used in a lot of heroic stuff. So I don't know about you, but when I see this, even if it's for like Thousand Suns, there's part of me that goes, "Is that a heroic Thousand Sun from that time? Is that a holdout? Is that an innocent, or is that corrupted? Is that following orders?"
I have to say, part of me's been tempted a few times to pick up some of the rubrics from 40k 1,000 Suns and paint them in. Oh, I knew they were going to do the scouring.
And Rogaldorn is going, "Do you really expect me to read a book that's this thick?" And Robute's going, "Yes." And some poor voice actor will be doing the audiobook for it.
Yeah, I finally got finished listening up to the Solar War.
Oh my
a few weeks back by John Banks doing the audio, and bless him, he put that's a long book to do. I'm kind of dreading to getting to the end of my death, mainly because that's 3 books, each one bigger than the one before.
Yeah, and I have to admit, I struggled. I really did. I've still got loads to listen to, and it's been a challenge. And fun fact, folks. I shouldn't never say that again. Is that even though I can't speak at the best of times, I'm currently doing what's it, a 40-minute short story recording at the moment, and even 40 minutes, just getting the pitch and the tone and the consistency
Yeah.
right is a challenge. So looking at people that tackle this sort of stuff and this length, I'm in awe of it. Not to mention, of course, just the authors that come up with stuff this in depth for this length of story.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Ray is a solid hand. I mean, you got to imagine Dan was probably a bit worn out, shall we say, after the end of the death.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well,
So,
also as well, I mean, let's face it, these were probably being written at the same time, or at least part
oh
of
yeah,
it.
sorry, just replying to the Discord because everyone's chatting about it. But no, this is going to be good because for scouring, it's not just about chasing the Chaos Marine, the Traitor Marines back into for warp, which is what happens. It's also Robotay and the other Loyalist Primarchs trying to hold the Imperium together and Gilliman bringing in the Codex
Oh
and
yeah,
and
absolutely.
breaking the legions, which and not all of the Primarchs agree with this.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
and some agree with it only to just go, yeah, whatever, yeah,
yeah,
fine.
I mean, Dawn rejects it outright. Russ is Russ and kind of begrudgingly breaks his legion in two, and even then they don't pay any attention to the Codex going forward. The Salamanders are too small to break anyway because of their losses during Heresy.
Yeah,
Chorus, Korvax resists. I mean, at one point, it almost becomes a shooting war and another civil war
yeah,
because an Ultramarine successor chapter and Vesh almost gets into a fight with ships from the Imperial Fists who refuse to acknowledge their authority. It's only Dawn leading his legion into the Iron Cage and Perturabo basically
oh mate, oh
shafting
mate,
them royally.
oh mate.
Or
You see, I've just jumped over to Twitch, so I'm a couple of seconds in front of you, so I'm being very, very careful not to say anything before it
that's a
lands.
glow up.
But yeah,
That's tasty.
I'm.
That's properly.
I have to admit, like of all the factions, I have grown to increasingly love the salamanders,
They
and
do that, don't they? They grow on you real quick because
I would want to attempt this. But can you imagine a basic like painter who's barely painted anything tackling this off the bat? It would be
I know
carnage.
it's a lovely paint job, but anyone trying to do that as like their first big project and it's gonna it yeah, it's gonna hurt. Oh, Lysander's back as well.
Looking a
And
wee bit pissed off.
so situation normal then for him. He's always been a miserable bastard.
And I love the fact that he has basically, although he has his name on the shield to show off, he's also creeping to teacher by sticking Dawn above his head. Dawn, I love you. It's the 40k. It's the 40k version of one of those annoying flags at festivals.
Yeah, he's going to be used for parts, I can guarantee it. I mean, the metal version was used for so many great kit bashes. This one is going to be so much easier to do that with.
Can I say it's kind of refreshing as well that they've got in that model had the right attitude to where the head would be in a suit like that
Ooh,
when you've got like a backing helmet that's that big. So
and
yeah, that's good. And
a new
this
Iron Hand.
nice.
who has eschewed a sword or a hammer or a fist for just a big old stick.
It is. Nothing gets more Iron Hands than it's like, and it's not just a stick. It's a stick that all the organic wood has been taken out and replaced with metal.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
practical metal, just useful. Oh, look at that little skull and the
I
little
know the little
crater.
hologram is glorious.
Oh,
Yeah, he's got like a little holograph.
oh, that's
of
beautiful.
the building that they're planning to besiege.
Again, that's going to be kit bashing manna from heaven. Seriously.
Oh, sweet, sweet Jesus. Just tell me when you see it.
This one's cool, guys.
The model which fires your imagination. The Raven Guard have a new chapter master.
Absolutely love this guy. So the new chapter master of the Raven Guard. You might be saying, Eddie, they already have a chapter master. What happened to Shrike?
That is
Oh, no.
That is absolutely sumptuous.
Is better in the shadows as the captain
I mean,
of stealth assaults on his left.
it's a much better miniature than Shrike's update, I think.
Their figurehead and their commander.
However, I echo the questions, but where's Shrike? They only had one special character, and they've replaced him with another character who's got exactly the same loadout.
Could be copyright.
Caven Shrike, Nathan Shan, maybe. It's a nice design though. The jump pack is really nicely designed. There's some.
Yeah.
It's not a typical jump pack design. It's much more an evolution of the Mark IV jump packs, which I do.
Oh, we're getting so close now to having these sort of models as just
hello.
stuff for your table.
Finally, a White Scars character on a bike, and it's a jet bike.
I know certain streamers that will get very excited about this.
Oh yes, yeah. That's quite nice.
Oh, and he's not alone. Let's just say. Oh. Oh, that's just a huge win for a lot. There is so much money going to be spent on this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember an hour ago when we suddenly had a huge range for 40k and we were like, wow, this is a lot? That was an hour ago.
Yeah, I mean, Space Marine's always winning, frankly. I mean, we knew that Space Marines were going to have a 2.0 Codex this edition because it's tradition by this point.
Yeah.
But hot dang.
There's a series of combat patrols coming out. Listen carefully.
That's not a bad combat patrol though.
It's not.
The White Scars combat patrol. You see it here. It's 3 Outrider bikes.
Assault Intercessors, an Impulsor, the special character, and 3 Outriders.
He will be available separately.
I mean,
well, it's worth noting that the 5 walking Space Marines all run really, really fast. Don't worry, they have to be in that set.
Kind of a shame that it's not a multi-part Outrider kit. Oh my lord, that Imperial Fist Combat Patrol is just money.
They're just off they go now. Off they go.
Heavy intercessors, heavy weapons.
Oh,
are they just? This is just providing Imperial players with the best variety packs possible because these are all.
They're not stopping as well, and this is the beautiful thing, folks. Because of the time delay, I'm not spoiling anything for D, but it's like they're rocking through these quite a rate, and I'm like, holy fudge, there's good. But I tell you what, if they do the Chaos version of this, it's beautiful, isn't it? If they do the Chaos version of this at some point, it's just going to be bliss. But they have to now. They've done it for the Imperial side.
If they do a Chaos version of this, George is going to have some. He's going to have a moment.
Yeah. God, those bikes are good.
Those are. I can see each of those having play, frankly.
Yep.
And also being very good for if you need something for an existing force. I mean, the Iron Hands are. I mean, the Iron Hands is the most and the Imperial Fist, they're the most faction neutral of the four boxes. But honestly, I could find uses for all four of these combat patrols without too much effort. But man, these look.
Honestly, that Raven Guard perched, if you could 3D model print that 5 times its size, I would
Oh,
put it on a table. It's genuinely beautiful. It's a wetter. It's basically a wetter design. It feels like a wetter design. I know it's not, but yeah.
Someone will have that scanned and uploaded within a
Yeah.
week of its release. But those are quite. I mean, Lysander is going to be conversion fodder for so many people.
Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, the two Terminator captains that are currently available are both great models in their own right. But just for materials, and when you throw in the Iron Fist captain as well,
yeah.
But man, that White Scar character with his jet bike,
It
you know there's
looks
going to be
so
people who are
nuts.
going to buy multiples just to have a squadron of jet bikes.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely.
It's inevitable. I might have to try and pick up old Cave and Shrike though sooner rather than later.
By the way, sorry. Take that jet bike, take the parts of one of those Chaos Dwarf machines,
Ooh,
stick them on the top, and you'll be fine.
yeah.
I got to help a little bit on the team that have brought this to life. I am.
Oh no. So next up from Joy Toy, when you thought you couldn't spend any more money.
Oh God. It's 1-1. It's designed to be worn. The only thing that would make this better would be if
voice changer.
No, well, all right, yes, that would be great. But if the helm section detached, like
yes,
so you just have the ventilator bit instead. But that's going to be a matter of time for someone released one of those. That's just.
Can I clarify an earlier point? Voice recorder that automatically plays Dawn of War 1 voice clips.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Walk softly and carry a big gun. I don't know what to think about Adam at this point, but yes.
I feel like I'm standing next to a Space Marine. It's incredible.
I mean, it's never felt so good to feel like.
Oh, even the stand. I mean, how much do you want to bet on? What do you think the price?
I mean, it's Joy Toy, so it's not wetter.
No.
Joy Toy are normally. They normally make sense. I mean, their Imperial Knight is 600 quid, but that's because it's a knight scale to their action figures.
Yeah.
Which are basically Black Series size, slightly smaller than that.
Yeah.
I'd probably say maybe. Actually, you know what? Given I used to work in retail and we sold a lot of helmets not dissimilar to this for other franchises, I'd say 1 to 150. That'd be my guess. I'll be surprised if it goes above that, to be fair.
Oh,
hello.
Oh,
not more Necrons, haven't.
Hang on.
And oh, bastards. I have to get this now because 1, I'm building a Deathwatch army, and 2, well, I have a Deathwatch army and I'm building a Necron army.
So, an amazing new box for Kill Team.
Oh, I have to admit, this looks nice.
A new kill zone, some incredible miniatures. Let's take a look. This is Kill Team.
I love just the layout, the board, the use of
those walls. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And the use of them as well. The fact that you've sort of got like, hopefully you're seeing it now, like you've got models in the walls as part of it, so it all
Necrons
fits
in
in together.
Yeah,
really, really nice. And it means as well that walls go from just being just scenery to almost being a really, I don't know, just immersive element. If you see what I mean.
It's nice to have this sort of these walls that aren't Imperial, because generally all the training we get is Imperial coded, because that's the vibe. Oh, these kill team dudes look great.
I tell you what, a guy at the top's the one for me. He just looks so miffed, and Space Wolf fans are going to be all over him.
It's not just that; he's got a sculpted Wolfspear shoulder pad.
Ah.
Fucking A.
I mean, for me, I'm all about the big firepower.
Ooh, so
Sorry.
will they be able to? I suppose, yeah, you can chop and change those. I mean, because the
Yeah.
very nature of the of course. But yeah, they probably offer some plain ones as well. I think
But
they're really nice.
but if you're a real Deathwatch player,
You'll embrace it.
No, you find every person making sculpted shoulder pads for Space Marines,
Oh, cool.
and you use, because I've used not just these, I've used almost every chapter pad GW have made.
Yep.
I've gone back when there was still a concern. I had stuff off of Shapeways. There's loads of sellers out there who are doing other. Oh man, these all look great. It's funny. I'd only just finished some Gravis veterans for my Deathwatch.
Would they? Do you think they? I don't think they'll do it. It's far too late now for them to do it. But do you ever think that they would do a Titus in Deathwatch gear?
Ooh.
I mean, I'm surprised that they maybe didn't add it in as a little cheeky extra, but
you know what? That is a surprise that they didn't do that. It would have been nice, as one of these little extra things.
Yeah.
I mean, you can build one yourself easily enough because the parts are there in the basic kit.
Yeah.
Because it's simply the hooded head on one of the standard Deathwatch veteran bodies with whatever loadout you want. But I'd not be surprised if, because we're not going to get a Deathwatch Codex this edition, not at this point, even though I think the reaction to Space Marine 2's tutorial level surprised Games Workshop for how jazzed it got people for the Deathwatch.
Yeah.
After they'd announced that they were only they weren't going to have a Codex this edition, hence why they got an expanded index down the line. But I'd not be surprised if come 11th they do get a proper Codex, and there might be a Titus model Titus as a stat line in there to use, or maybe
nice.
they revisit him for Space Marine 3.
Yeah.
When that launches, do a special. Oh, it's funny. I've only just finished building all the various cryptex, and now they've gone and they're releasing a new one.
Well, that's the thing, you don't. It's like Pokemon. You've got to get them all, literally. I like the way they're using this glyph, this symbol, this because it was pyramids, and they're going for all sorts of different things now. This is a very, very nice little kill team. Very, very.
Oh yeah. It's an interesting one because it's an immortal. It's nice, but it's actually a bespoke kill team because the last one wasn't. The last one was just an upgrade sprue to use with the Immortals kit, and you then used one for base characters. This, I mean, to be fair, the Geomancer is probably going to be a separate model anyway, but the rest of it feels much more like a. It's like the Mechanicus Battle Collade from the last box set they did. Although I have to say, this does make me surprised that they didn't put the Deathwatch in the last one and then Mechanicus in this one.
Yeah.
I mean, both matchups still work as they are, But it's interesting that this feels much more like a match for the Mechanica skill team.
Mm.
That's
I
an
don't know.
interesting
Maybe
thought.
there's some timings there, or sculpting. I'm sure they're
Yeah.
tweaking. Let's face it, they do have this backlog, and
Yeah.
we're all aware that there is a backlog. They've put so much stuff in place that by the time that it all comes out, often the reality, the landscape has changed, and they need to put stuff back. And before you know it, they have a backlog. And I like the fact that GW has its own grey pile of shame. You know, it's not stuff they've not painted; it's stuff they've not released yet. And so I think getting
Yeah.
this out has been a good idea for them. But yeah, you're right. It feels like they kind of missed maybe slightly better team ups. But hey, just getting out there is good.
Absolutely. And honestly, this looks great. I mean, that Necron terrain
Yep.
is so good. And I imagine for people who are big into kill team and boarding action is going to be great because it means they can pick something that's not Imperial ship interiors.
Mm.
Oh, it's a nice big box as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be a popular one. Damn it.
And the models really, I think they really pop. Deathwatch always does anyway because it's distinctive colors. It's high contrast colors.
But it is real nice to see Primaris Deathwatch that are intended to be Deathwatch.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm going to be quite happy to kit bash with these long into the future because the thing is, Deathwatch is just a fun. The two armies I enjoy just fiddling around with bits to do is Deathwatch and Space Wolves. Space Wolves because you can whack Space Wolf parts on any Space Marine and make it a Space Wolf. Deathwatch because any Space Marine can be a Deathwatch Marine. You just need the Deathwatch pad, and you can go nuts. It's great. Oh,
Yeah, there's going to be something, isn't there? The something that I think GW at this point as well can never win at is that, again, I look over to the Twitch chat and people are like moaning about stuff that's not there, and it's like they could spend 5 hours and bring out 2,000 models, and there would be someone out there going, "Oh, it's rubbish because you didn't do this." I mean, there was a guy kicking off because the Deathwatch weren't to his liking, and it's like, look, how do you expect the entire company to just bend to your will? It's really difficult. It's people are that's why people kit bash is because you make things your way. But this is giving you the basis for so much stuff. Like you said,
all
D.
the tools you need because I think this is
countless
plastic
things.
as well.
Yeah.
I could almost understand if we were still in the days of metal and, well, mostly metal, but we're not. All of these, if you wanted those Deathwatch done a specific way, and I'd happily make this claim, you could come to me, ask me to build a Deathwatch Marine to a very specific chapter, weapon loadout, even down to the posing, how you want him to look. And I could probably do that for you within a couple of hours.
Yep.
And probably less, to be fair. If you collect Space Marines in any form whatsoever, you can make a Space Marine looking like however you like.
Yep.
Because, modern Space Marines, each kit is 5 basic poses. However, that's a lot of Space Marines, and not all of them are in the same poses every other kit. So just go nuts, have fun with it as well. It's plastic. You can. It's not you need to.
I think the one thing that maybe is missing is like the kind of further enhanced ones, the ones that you can't kit bash. So, for instance, the Grey Knights and the Custodes.
I mean, Custodes, I don't. Although their range is about a decade old at this point, at least for the basic Custodian Guard kit,
Hmm.
gear options that have never existed.
it still holds up
in
very
any
well.
else.
And because of the elite nature of custodians, you don't need very many of them.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'll be on the line for a resculpt anytime soon. I more envisage custodians will start to see more of their resin kits translate to plastic,
Hmm.
only because they're so essential to how people play custodians in both 40 and 30k,
Yeah.
because they need so many of those units. Grey Knights, yes, they need the Terminators and the basic Power Armor Marines to have a do-over, but that is only because one, they've done Crow, who now stands out so much, but also because of how big a revamp all the other Marine kits have had now.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm fully expecting come 11th,
I had a great time.
if not 11th, then definitely 12th, then we're going to start to see a lot of the kits that went away, or that they've been phasing out the firstborn stuff like Devastators, Assault Marines, Tactical Squads. I mean, technically Assault Marines are back, so they're Assault Intercessors, but they'll be back in the Primaris scale. Not necessarily using Primaris marks of armor. Like we saw with Space Wolves, GW are now much more confident in sculpting classic firstborn style armor in that larger Primaris scale.
Yep.
And there was a rules leak this week for Black Templar's upcoming release. By all accounts, the Crusader Squad and the Sword Brethren, their unit profiles no longer have the word Primaris attached to it. So they're phasing that out. So I feel that this Primaris experiment has basically been a big thing to get across to this larger scale, this more true scale. It's taken a while, but they've gotten there. So we shall have to see, I suppose.
Yeah.
And that was the preview over with.
That was nuts. So there were a
That
couple of
was.
things that I took away from this. The first thing
Hmm.
is, for people watching, since the last preview, Dee and I have refined our style. Our style is we just talk about what we want. We do reference
Yeah.
the screen. We do occasionally, and we did do a lot more with this, obviously. But most of the time, we're just talking. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. But in terms
hope
of
so.
the hosts themselves, there was very little talk from them actually compared to, I mean, they described stuff that was on the screen and they went through the reveals, but it really was their job was there to just show the next thing, play the next video, then describe the stuff that was in that video in a series of stills. They went for it and they didn't stop. I think that was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, 90 minutes. That's one of the longer previews they've done, and oh lordy, that was a lot.
There's a lot to analyze from this, I think. So I'll tell you what. Let's keep this quite short because if people are listening to this as well, they've put a big chunk of time into this. So very
Absolutely.
quickly, D, if there was something that you were going to walk away from this and go, "That's my thing," what would it be?
Ooh, tough one.
Let's go for a couple of things.
It's probably going to be the Death Watch, the Kill Team box, to be honest. I've begun playing Kill Team this year, thanks to some chaps locally who've wanted to try and get some stuff going on. But I can get a lot of use out of it in multiple ways, because I can use both Necrons and the Marines. But it'd either be them or... Man... The haberdasheries of Hachette do call out, don't they?
They do.
I'm just impressed with the amount of stuff, to be honest. There was something for... Apart from Necromunda, which had quite a big reveal earlier this week, and last week for the upcoming Enforcers releases. That was a pretty sizable chunk of stuff for damn near everything. So I'm kind of impressed.
Nice.
Yeah. And yourself, anything cry out to you?
Well, I'm wondering if I can get away with using emulsion paint and possibly some gloss on the Vulcan figure. Or maybe some potato printing. I don't know. My skill set might not be up to that level yet, but it's nice. It's nice to have a bit more love for Vulcan. It's good.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sad that we didn't see a new Pedro Cantor miniature.
Yep.
It's fine. I have options, and as someone pointed out, this does now mean that the Dark Angels have the single longest lasting miniature in 40k history, with Chief Librarian Ezekiel, who has been available consistently since 1996, I want to say.
Wow.
When he came out of Codex Angels of Death. The only change they've made to him is they gave him a new backpack with a sculpted banner. I mean, to be fair, his miniature's always been a bit of a banger anyway, but it's also 30 years old.
And by the way, to some of our audience, who can't understand how any of us could have lived back in those savage times, please message us and we'll tell you about the world in the 90s. It was a very weird place. Tie-dye was the thing.
Yeah, it was very Dayglow.
Yes. But no, I think they've done a really good job. I think they've put out a really, really nice array of stuff that, as you said, Dee, as well, can be kit bashed and changed by people into a lot of other stuff and cover a vast chunk of the games. I think Xenos players will feel a bit peeved because it was mostly humanoid stuff this time around, mostly. But then again, when it comes to Age of Sigmar and the old world, they went undead, and that's going to be great for fans of their games. So really, really good. Really pleased with it, and yeah, I think honestly, I'd be quite happy if they laid off some of the smaller reveals that feel a bit anticlimactic, held off, and maybe go for an autumn or winter preview that has the same concentration of stuff as this. That would be
True.
Good. And then spend the next couple of months maybe going through this stuff in more detail and actually advertise the shows as being as such. Like we're going to go through. Yes, there'll be a couple of reveals, but we're also going to go through stuff that was revealed in more detail, like kill teams or something like that, and just really show you stuff. So I kind of like maybe they could do that. That wouldn't be a bad thing, but.
It is a tough one because they generally can't win GW because
no, they can't, and you see the comments again.
It's why I always minimize the comments thread on their stuff because I just get I can understand constructive criticism, but so often a lot of comments aren't, and you just want a bit more positivity in your life, don't you?
Well, it's also as well because remember, I think GW is a very personable hobby. People have their own individual opinions and they voice them very strongly. Even though GW is such the size that it is essentially mass market. So this level of individualism in product is pretty unique. I mean, you think about toy companies, everything is being kind of standardized.
Yeah.
Cars standardized, health and beauty standardized, like everything across the board. GW are increasingly sticking out like a sore thumb, but they can only do so much.
Yeah.
So you can take most of your factions will benefit from some aspect of what you've seen today. It's just a case of you need to tweak it. So there we go. I think that's the most positive I can be, and I think it's probably a good place to end the show.
I'm happy to say that. That's been a good one. Thank you for suggesting we do this. In fact, dude, this is.
It's been, and considering the utter chaos, the 20-second time lag I had on you at the beginning, and then the 10-second lag ahead of you I had at the end. It's been crazy.
Honestly, I always get a giggle out of how out of sync their streams are between the different platforms.
It's just nuts. But also as well,
Yeah.
when you're looking at the same platform and it's just different parts of the country. It's like, I'm
No.
London. I'm not in the arse end of nowhere. I should have at least a half decent stream. But clearly this is, it's GW. So anywhere north of Watford Gap is considered a priority. With London being probably the least
I mean, technically, I'm further south than you are
oh, that's true actually, yes. Yeah, what's going on there? Maybe they just hate Londoners.
because I'm off in the rural outlands of North Wiltshire. So
That's true. Oh, well.
who knows what's going on with streams?
You know what we need
But
to do
this is-
next time? Tell us, listeners, where are you based? Where are you based? Tell me the lag that you have on this screen as you're watching.
That could actually be something. You know what? That's actually an interesting one to ask folks.
on that
What's-
thrilling note.
Only the best content from us. But on that note, thank you so much all for listening.
Yeah,
if you still
thanks,
are.
guys.
Adam, thank you for suggesting this and for your efforts in getting the
Hey.
recording done.
It's been really good. Really good. Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we shall speak to you all again, hopefully sometime soon. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye.